No worries. You saved them from a merciless death by having me be monster, so I'm sure that they're very grateful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know, after versing Godzilla, it's more of which every monster is gonna be like this now.
What was that?
Godzilla from Apex Black. In the last ESL, we went against them first.
Nice.
That was not nice. It was what 4-0, and we did 1 bar of health. I think Karma almost won one of his games.
That's how I feel when I play up against MaddCow. If I get 2 bars of his hit points gone, and I consider it a victory.
Okay. Do we want to keep the same map, or do we want to do something different?
No preference.
What was that?
You can try the other new map.
There's one that favors Hunter, and there's the other one that favors Monster.
So is it pronounced Chio Okami? I'm not too sure if I pronounced that right. Chio Okami. Do you have a preference for any specific role, since you're the last one to join?
It doesn't matter as long as it's not assault. Not a very confident assault player.
Okay, that works. Go ahead and pick what you like then. I will pick the Observer. So Lady Cheese, I might be playing a little while. The big problem with me is I don't want to pub stomp. I don't want to do pub stomp for like 12 hours.
Unless we need comedy relief.
I feel very bad when it comes to playing the monster.
Actually, I probably should start playing monster
just because I feel like my skill level is pretty high.
Teach me how to be better at it.
I don't know. I just playing against random people. I don't know. It's not much of a challenge for me, and for the most part, it's not a very fun experience for them. And so I'd rather not have that experience. So I like to stay with custom games. It's pretty much what I go for the most of the time. So I might be playing a little bit later, but I try and avoid the pub scene as much as possible, just because I want people to enjoy the game. Which badge were you talking about, Chango? You were asking about a badge.
What's our support gonna be?
Ooh, Mr. Cabbage.
Finally, a Griffin player. I love me some Griffin.
Liking this team. It's my old ESL team. All I have to do is pick a Markov, and that would be my old ESL team. The one with the crossed axe. So all the one with the bones, basically it's winning. It doesn't matter what side, but you need to win on hunt, nest, and rescue for both maps. So with the bones, so basically just play hunt on both and win them, play rescue on both and win them, and play nest on both of them and win them. Doesn't matter. Hey Rare, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Ooh, Maggie.
Yeah, since we're on the mines, his mortars could be a challenge.
I don't think you have to do both sides. You can do either monster or hunter, I believe. It's just that you have to win. So you have to win hunt on foundry, hunt on mines, rescue on foundry, rescue on mines. I believe that's what everyone's consensus is. You might have to win from both sides, but I don't believe so. I think it's just you win those 3 maps on those 3 different map modes. No, I think the reason why is because it is 3 o'clock. So in the United States, it's actually very early hack. Plus, a lot of people have ESL tournaments to watch and go to tomorrow. So I'm pretty sure that mine's probably not a high priority for it. I remember when I used to have 1 to 200 people when I was doing my ESL tournament games. So this area, I'm not a big fan of this little area for feeding anyway, because there's a lot of 1 meats. There's not very many striders. There's a couple of 4 meats, but it's not really. This isn't a very good high food density area. It looks like, oh, good job on sneaking by the birds. But I like dragging the the hunters through here, or evolving around here. But I feel like for food purposes, you get really slowed down. I really like farming this top area. Is probably my favorite out of the 3. This one's my second favorite, but this one I don't like for food, just because it is what it is. Support all by themselves. I'm not sure what support's quite doing. I think he's checking in case of a juke. If you have Maggie, though, it's really hard to juke on this map without at least knowing what quadrant the monster's in. Okay, so it looks like that. Ooh, nice harpoon. So it looks like that the monster's going to get away without the dome. And support might. Nope. So it looks like the monster's going back further into this area. So once you know where the monster is, you generally want to be around here as the trapper. If you don't know where the monster is, but you're sure he's in this area, you kind of want to fall back to this area and kind of going back and forth. And so you do that to all the quadrants. You know, each one's got like a little pincher area to do just that. So once you have eyes, then you can move up. But I feel that the trapper's a little close. Could probably just point, and so now the monster can totally just keep running all the way through and not get domed. Oh, but he might get domed anyway because the trapper's right on him. Oh, and there goes the dome. I think that's going to be it. Oh my gosh, that's a really, wow. I was really surprised. I didn't think that that was going to land. So let's go ahead and see. So this is a really big pillar to run around, which means that Maggie's going to have a hard time. Put some turrets up here, some harpoon turrets all around here, and then just prevent the monster from running around and circling as much as possible. Ooh, Zalvin getting pegged, but the turrets are doing good. So there goes Parnell doing as much damage as possible. Roasted alive. Some nice turret action. So the monster is out of armor. So now that it's all permanent damage, and it looks like they might have another 10-15 seconds of the dome left. And it looks like he's getting a little bit of armor. Nice. I like that Killer's doing a bit of damage. So it looks like the monster came out ahead, got 2 strikes out of that with very minimal damage. So really good engagement on the assaults, or the Goliath side. So Goliath still needs a couple more food, probably about 2. And then for some reason, if he goes up here, so this area is not really good for evolving because it's really small. And so I would like to see him maybe evolve out here. There's a little bit of hazardous things. You could also try and double back, go here, and then kind of double back here, and then evolve back here, dragging them through all the toxic hounds and the tyrants, and a couple of the mega mounts as well. So let's see where he goes. He might be going and getting a crate. Sometimes there's a crate over here. Let's see if there's 2 food in there. Oh, 2 food, perfect. I think that's just what he needs to evolve. Yep, perfect. So now he's ready to evolve. He can go all the way in the back. Let's watch out for him getting. Oh, looks like he's just going to evolve right there. Not too sure. Oh, and then he cancels the evolve because the trapper was just way too close. Good call on the cancellation. I feel like if he just kept going back in this direction and then evolving, he probably could have gotten away with it. There we go, some nice striders for him to eat once he gets out. I still feel, ooh, support might be able to get him. So I think support might be able to dust him. Ooh, perfect. Got the dust and everything. And there we go, Cabot doing some damage. And if he keeps on shooting, he should be able to go ahead and stop the guy from eating. But unfortunately, Cabot's slow. So interesting, 2 rock and 2 fire breath. And then 1 in the other 2. So there's the dome. A little bit of food. I feel like you probably... Ooh, and a plant out there. So I feel like you could probably eat a little bit of food. Nice rock throw. And Zalzin got hit in the face. Looks like Zalzin's going to be able to get out. But it looks like he's got really good focus. Rex just going ahead and tearing out after Zalzin. Zalzin doing some pretty good roaching, but that flame breath, once that flame breath is on cooldown, then you're pretty safe for yourself for a little while. Ooh, looks like that charge is going to knock him off. There's a cloak, but it looks like that the cloak's going to be a little too late. So monster has no more armor, might be able to go ahead and grab a bite or two here, and it's finally nice to go ahead and see the assault and support working together. And again, playing up on the harpoons. So without a medic, I feel like he probably could try and close the game. Just tag the assault enough so that he uses his personal shield, and then wait for it to wear off, and then go ahead and go after him again. And then you should be able to go ahead and get the primary damage dealer out. Then you focus the support and then the trapper. So it looks like Goliath is just kind of just running away, going to get some armor. They did do about half of his permanent health in damage so far. And this is exactly it. Just go after the assault now that he's got more personal shield and more medic. And it looks like that this is going to be a closeout game pretty soon. Going after support. Support managed to get the cloak. Cloak running away. I like that he didn't go back for the heal. And Daisy trying to go and get a res. And there goes the assault. So I feel like that the monster probably could just eat this body. There we go. I do like that there's traps. However, don't leave too many traps, just because that makes it very easy for the monster to just follow the line of traps wherever he goes. So it looks like that he's just going to get a little bit more food. He might not be able to get to stage 3 before the medic and assault come back in. But the medic being at 2 strikes is going to hurry. Oh, and then Maggie got hurt by a toxic, or no, Reavers. Oh, look, it does look like a toxic because it's taking surgery. So support all up in there. So it looks like the trapper might be getting engaged in just a moment. I feel that a little too close. Yeah, this is one of those things you have to be careful of, because the monster knows where you're going just because you're leaving a pile of traps everywhere. And it does slow him down, but not as much. So okay, so dropship is heading towards the support. But unfortunately, the trapper will probably be going down because he's by himself. Yeah, it looks like she'll probably go down. And then she will not, she and Daisy. But the nice thing is that she will go ahead and start the countdown clock. Now, if I was the monster, I would actually let her bleed out. Kill Daisy, and then let her bleed out. Just because that'll actually buy the team a little bit longer before the next dropship stops. So she probably could have bled out for another 15-20 seconds, and then it could happen. So that's just extra time that you have as a monster. So everyone with 1 strike except for Daisy for just a moment. Daisy the tank. And there's Daisy. So again, I'd probably just let her bleed. There's really no reason to finish this. And then the rest of the team is getting up. So the hunters know exactly where you are because of this. So again, like, I don't really feel that it's really important. Monster just needs 1 more meet, and then he'll be ready to evolve to stage 3. Now, without the fear of being domed, he's actually in a pretty good spot, just because he can go ahead and evolve, and he's not going to have to worry about getting domed. And so he might do a little bit of damage, but you have a minute and a half before the dome even comes viable. And so I think that that might be a worthwhile risk.
Yeah, but as long as she's up.
And so let's see what they're doing. So it looks like I think that they're just kind of
But as long
waiting.
as she's up, you can't win the match. Yes, kill Daisy.
Be careful of that tyrant. That tyrant likes that little tool over there. Oh. Really good strong engage for the Goliath, waiting until the medic out of position again. Nice rock dodge, but hits the support instead. There goes the medic. It looks like just not enough pressure from the monster to try and corral them to a good spot. Oh, and that shield was a little early, I feel. feel that the assault probably could have waited a few more seconds, just because the monster wasn't really engaging him. And so I think that if they split up, they actually probably could survive a little bit longer until the next dropship. But I don't think the assault is going to be able to live for 10 seconds. At this point, I probably wouldn't even run around. You're not going to kill the monster, so there's really no reason not to do damage at this point. Oh, he might actually be able to make it. His personal shield is up. He'll be able to go ahead and... Okay, so the dropship landed. So regardless of what happens, he did his job. There we go. Pistol whip. So the monster should be evolving instead of eating, probably. Looks like he might. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and go somewhere else to evolve. Maybe, I'm not too sure. So interesting. I'm not too sure. Oh, Mega Mouth doing a little bit of damage. So interesting. I'm not too sure. I would have liked to have probably seen the evolution a little bit closer. You're not near any food, and you just kind of gave the hunters a little bit more extra time. I'm not too sure. Confusing evolution spot and time. But otherwise, let's see what we got. So 3 rock and 2 of everything else. Excuse me. So going after the Mega Mouth. So the timer's already started. So this is a very hard relay for most of the monsters. What you can do is this little tunnel right here. Where's the monster? So yeah, right down in this area, you can shoot him off of the relay, and he has to come back to this small little area. So you can line this area with traps or turrets or anything else. I'd like to see the support helping the medic out a bit more. It just seems like the support could help cloak and have the medic last a little bit longer. Trapper doing as much as she can, putting turrets to slow down the monster, and it looks like Killer Dog kind of wandering around. Might not, yeah, it looks like he's going to go ahead down, and again, so just down to Chi, and I don't think she'll be able to hold out for a minute though, unfortunately. So good attempt by the hunters, but the monster was just doing a really good job. Really good job focusing.
Good game.
GG.
Good game.
So the Goliath, I feel that you did a really good job. It was a weird kind of start just because you went towards the east. I'm not a big fan of going that way at the very beginning just because there's not very much food, but it does slow down the hunters. So it kind of worked out anyway because there's a lot of toxic hounds and all that kind of stuff. But really good focus. You were doing a really good job staying on Kyra and doing a really good job of that. And then once Kyra fell, the engagements usually went in your way. So really good job on focusing the right people at the right time. Maggie was doing a good job with putting down her turrets. I saw them that they were pretty good positions. I feel like you probably could have used the cloak, talking to the support, probably used the cloak a little bit more defensively to help cover Kyra, just because especially once you knew the monster was focusing her a lot more, that the cloaks probably could have helped out a little bit. Good pressure between Cabot and Parnell though, just not enough to deter the monster from trying to zero out the body on the ground though. But otherwise not too bad. Pretty good job over there. I didn't see anything spectacularly glaring. It was an interesting choice to evolve when you did. I feel like you probably could have evolved right by the relay as soon as you had the chance at the very end. Instead, you kind of went towards the Mega Mouth and then around a corner and then evolved. I don't know. Just interesting evolve time, that's all.
All right.
Good game, though. Everyone's still up for more?